Okay, just a quick update on my fancy red fancy tiger tank and my red King Kong and the Shadow Panda. I think there's some pintos in there also. Again, the algae's taken over. Look at that. But I can't get the green wall algae. Um, I don't know if it's the water chemistry or I don't know at this point. But as you can see, they're doing fine. Uh, I'm not going to call this tank yet, though. I'm just going to see how it plays out. I do have the massive 40 breeder ready to go. I have some Mazor, some gold, gold. I think they're golden bees, and I have some crystal blacks and some blue bolts. Some like really bad looking blue bolts in there, but I don't really know how to grade these shrimp anyway. So I just think they look really cool. And I don't know. I don't think there's any breeding going on yet. I mean, there's a lot of babies in there, but most of them were from shipment. I'm also going to try an experiment to lower the pH because right now the pH is about like low 6.2, 6.1 ish. I'm going to try one of those Asian. I see a lot of the Asian shrimp keepers, like it's in not China, but Taiwan, and they use an undergravel, like a undergravel box filter, and put the substrate in there, and then air will hit the gravel, and it will essentially lower the pH. It'll shorten the lifespan of the gravel a lot faster, but you'll get a lower pH. So I ordered one of those off Temu because you can't get them off Amazon. And when I get it, I'm probably just gonna set up a separate tank and test it out that way and see if I can get like a lower pH. I think that might help with the Pintos and the King Kongs. I think the pH right now is fine for these and fine for like the Crystal Reds. But this is the other tank. This tank is not as plentiful, but this is my Red King Kong, Shadow Pandas, and it's supposed to be a Pinto there, but that looks kind of like a Red Fancy Tiger. But you know, I love King Kongs. There's one on the glass. Those are like my favorite shrimp, but I can never get them to breed. Hopefully, this time around, the way that I have everything set up, I'll be able to get them to breed. Um, I've gotten shadow pandas to breed, but I'm just trying this mix just to see how it works out. And I feed them with shrimp dinner, that German shrimp food. They love it. You see how they all come together. This tank, I'm still an experiment. Now I'm getting that brown algae, that red algae, which whatever. I don't really care about it. I'll remove someone that do a water change. I do for a water change next Saturday. I do about 10 to 15% every 2 weeks, but I don't. I feed like once every 3 days. I think this is pretty much the best method of keeping these. I used to do like feeding twice a day every day when I first started, which was ridiculous. And I wonder why all my shrimp died. The plants did great, but the shrimp always died. But I'm curious to see how that under gravel box filter will work. I mean, I guess that also would, because after a time this substrate will stop buffering. And if I use that under gravel box, I can just interchange that as the buffering goes away on the without actually doing a reset in the tank. I'll just change out the box filter. Um, and that should be enough to keep the pH where it should be. But we'll wait and see. Look at these. I love the red King Kongs, man. They're so beautiful. I just need to get them to breed. There's another one in the back. Yeah, those are my favorite. I mean, the red fancy tigers are nice too, but these are my favorite. Well, we'll see how that experiment goes.